Coming up on Fulton Today, full election coverage, including details of what happens after the polls close. And what do seniors need to age gracefully? Find out what they have to say. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. It is the biggest week of the year for election officials. From Election Day to post-certification, all eyes are on Fulton officials and how they handle this process. FGTV's Annalise Baker is here now with a story. Annalise?
Shania, in this early voting election process, over 100,000 people have cast their ballot right here in Fulton County, and election officials suspect that some 70% of registered voters in the county will cast their ballot during this big general election. Before this election week, a steady stream of voters exercised their right to not only vote, but to vote early.
Well done. It was nice and quick. I was in and out in probably about 20 minutes.
Fulton County's election officials opened 6 early polling venues, the most in the state, and they open them as they do on regular election days from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. To encourage residents to vote early, officials even offered vaccinations on their special Vote and Vax days. Residents say they killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
I not only got a Georgia voter sticker, but I also got my flu shot today, right after I voted. And it was free, it was convenient.
Now election day is upon us, and Fulton officials feel they have done everything possible to mitigate major errors for this day. Over 200 workers are trained and ready to go for the over 300 precincts in the state's most populous county.
We have a team that stands ready to serve you. We have a team that is working tirelessly to ensure that we get it right, that we don't repeat errors that we have had repeated in the past.
One way voters can help the process is by having the proper ID and voting at the correct polling venue. If voters are not sure where that is, they can call the voters hotline at 404-730-7072 from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Election Day. Shania, elections officials will host 3 live briefings right here on FGTV, starting at 10 a.m., the next at 3 p.m., and the last one at 8 p.m. Reporting from the election headquarters, I'm Annalise Baker for FGTV.
All right, thank you very much, Annalise. Now remember, you can follow along the entire elections process by logging on to the county's website. Some election information and news releases will be on the county's homepage, and full results will be on the registration and elections page. Meanwhile, the MARTA Board of Directors appoints a new leader for the transit system. Members of the board recently introduced its new general manager and CEO, Keith Parker, during a press conference. Before coming to MARTA, Mr. Parker served as president CEO of the transit system in San Antonio, Texas. He's also held top positions at transit systems in Vancouver, Washington, and Richmond, Virginia. Parker says he wants to talk to the public and to politicians about the future of this transit system.
And when we have these meetings, we'll ask basically 3 questions. First, if you were CEO of MARTA, what would you do? Second, what can we do to make MARTA a better place? And then third, what are you willing to do to achieve question number 2?
Parker's 5-year contract starts in December. He will replace Beverly Scott. Well, there are over 160,000 adults over the age of 55 in Fulton County, and that number is expected to increase some 30% over the next 20 years. So what will this group need to age successfully? Well, the county has been asking them just that question during a series of meetings called Join the Conversation. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the story.
Shania, earlier this year, the county conducted its first ever State of Seniors survey, talking to residents 55 and older and 54 and under. The purpose of gathering this information was to design programs to help seniors successfully age in place. For months, the team from Fulton's Office of Aging has been collecting data from its primary clients, seniors and their caregivers. And the best place to get that information was from the very seniors who are active at the county's state-of-the-art senior facilities.
We definitely want to look at the multipurpose facilities in terms of the programs and services and the actual capacity, because our service requests are growing each and every day. We have more and more participants coming through our doors. So we want to look at how to respond to the growing needs, what Fulton County can do, what our non-traditional partners could do, and also what the community could do in order to respond to population aging.
The first stop was the Helene S. Mills Senior Multipurpose Facility.
The people know more about what they want, and be sure that we see someone or have someone on staff that is going to carry what the people want.
And they certainly did.
I would love to see a floral arrangement class added. They have a lot of great classes here already, photography, just to name a few, and I guess I would like to see those enhanced.
Seniors also recommended additional space to handle the growing popularity of the programs at the multipurpose facilities.
Because right now we're busting out the walls here. Yeah.
Recommendations included the additional delivery of services, more volunteers, satellite locations, or portables to handle additional classes.
There's a need for the centers to be expanded, and some of the things that we talked about today was about having satellite programs. They may be divided by the area, such as land fitness, water fitness, computer, and art classes.
Seniors talked about membership card scanners, calling posts, and class registration, also transportation, healthy eating, and other challenges.
Whether it's health care or grocery shopping or something simple like house cleaning or doctor's appointments and medication. So it's been a very informative session.
Senior participants are coming up with lots of ideas for programs and services they'd like to see, and the county is working to make sure they get them.
We have 4 multi-purpose facilities that are located in the county, as well as 14 neighborhood senior centers, and we're going to actually engage everybody at our multi-purpose and senior centers, as well as at our senior high-rises. And also we've engaged the Commission on Elderly Affairs and our community partners, so that our contracted organizations, as well as our grantees, in terms of coming together to have more of a partnership model.
I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
All right, thank you very much, Lynn. Now, you can find out more about the senior survey, along with program and services for seniors, by calling the Office of Aging's Star Line. So, do you have a plan if fire strikes your home or business? Well, the fire department says have 2 ways out. That was the theme of this year's National Fire Prevention Week. Fire officials say it only takes a few minutes for a fire to fully engulf your home.
2 ways out is that something that we try to make sure that we implement in regards to in our fire escape plan. Either through the door, and if it can't go through the door, we go through the window, or any other avenue that we have. But we try to have minimum 2 ways out of any home or facility.
Fire officials say you should develop a plan and practice it with everyone in your home.
I have a fire extinguisher. Have not done anything like with the ladder, you know, dropping down. I don't have one. So I think the best thing I do is try to keep keys by all of my doors to the outside, so that there is easy access.
You should also have working smoke detectors throughout your home and change the batteries regularly. The fire department's Community Risk Reduction Division can give you more information on fire safety. Fulton County Police wrap up National Crime Prevention Week with vital information for its residents. It was all a part of the department's Community Fall Festival activities. Residents were able to get information on crime prevention and fire safety.
Fulton County Police is putting on this festival in recognition of Crime Prevention Month. And we're trying to get the community to come out and see what we have to offer here, because crime prevention needs to be proactive. We're so reactive when it comes to crime prevention, and with this being Crime Prevention Month, we want to bring that to light with the community.
There was plenty of information and activities for children. The National Crime Prevention Council designated October as Crime Prevention Month to promote awareness of creating safer communities. Seniors celebrate an important celebration at a North Fulton senior facility. We'll take you there in our district-by-district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Another international delegation visits Fulton County to learn all about business opportunities and government operations. And a North Fulton commissioner is honored for her commitment to the business community. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage.
We begin in District 1 as Chairman John Eves welcomes 15 mayors from the West African country of Senegal.
I certainly want to, as we start our proceedings, give acknowledgement to some special guests who are with us. We have some mayors and representatives from the country of Senegal, West Africa, who are here with us, and they're visiting with us, looking at business development opportunities in our county as well as the city of Atlanta and the region.
The officials traveled to Fulton County to learn about public and private partnerships in the U.S. The county reached out to a consulting firm to coordinate the meeting.
We've also organized this seminar so that the mayors can come in to be able to learn about the governments, to be able to learn about the municipalities and how they operate, and also to see hands-on projects that we've done here in the U.S. to be duplicated over there.
We are here for a visit to learn about good practices here in Atlanta.
Senegal is a large country with a population of 12 million. Their main exports are peanuts, fish, petroleum products, phosphates, and cotton. Fulton County has played host to several international visitors this year, including Korean delegates and Brazilian officials. District 3 Commissioner Liz Hausman is now the recipient of the Regional Business Coalition Friends of Business Award. The commissioner was selected for her outstanding service to the business community.
Well, that was a nice surprise today. It's the Friend of Business Award, and we have a great team of economic development leaders in North Fulton and in Fulton County, and to be chosen that award recipient is very nice. I'm very honored.
Commissioner Hausman is a strong advocate for education and businesses throughout Fulton County. She was nominated by RBC at the Greater North Fulton Chamber of Commerce Eggs and Enterprise Breakfast. The RBC chooses an elected official to honor who has impacted economic development in the region. In District 4, the 13th anniversary of the Dorothy C. Benson Multipurpose Facility brings seniors together for a roundup. Seniors gather for a barn dance celebration.
They're going to be square dancing and barn dancing throughout the evening. So we've given them some free lessons for barn dances, 4 different free lessons, and now they're going to put those lessons to the test.
I'm a member of the center. I come 3 to 4 times a week. It's the best thing for the senior citizens.
The Benson Center is named after Dorothy C. Benson, a longtime advocate for the senior community. The Fulton County Board of Commissioners named the center after her in 1995. The senior facility is for elders ages 55 and older. It has 3 units, including a multi-purpose area, senior neighborhood center, and an adult daycare center. In District 5, Vice Chair Emma I. Darnell expresses her appreciation to contractors of the Adamsville Regional Health Center. The contractors received certificates for a job well done. The $7.9 million health facility opened this summer. The center's main focus is serving the community and providing integrated health care.
We are so appreciative of the contractors and all of the vendors who made this beautiful building, this beautiful facility possible as a place of service and a place of excellence.
We're celebrating our internal staff. We're celebrating the folks who designed the building, who constructed the building, who designed the furniture and so helped us select the furniture. But most of all, we're celebrating the community who have been dreaming about this for many years.
The 30,000 square foot facility contains several resources, including dental, behavioral health counseling, and job assistance. And finally, in District 7, Fulton County officials discussed the 2013 spending plan. Tax trends, the budget rate, and the value of tax dollars were highlights of the public hearing. Representatives from the Cochran Mill Nature Center and Arts Organization expressed their appreciation for the county's financial support.
Continue to support art and culture. We'd like to have the Fulton County Commission continue its support of art and culture. It's been the largest government support, of course, outdoing the city and the state and others, and it's very important to us to continue that support.
Each year, residents are invited to participate in the decision-making process. With this week's district-by-district coverage, I'm Darrell Peak.
Thank you very much, and when we come back, an update on the renovation of the Oak Hill Child, Adolescent, and Family Center. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
The renovation of another one-of-a-kind county health center is nearing completion. That is the focus of this week's Common Ground report. Jennifer Bartle is the program manager of Oak Hill. Jennifer, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me. And welcome to the Oak Hill Child, Adolescent, and Family Center, newly renovated and almost complete campus.
So we'll talk about what the Oak Hill Child, Adolescent, and Family Center will look like, but remind everybody what it used to look like.
We started out with 4 individual campuses and 1 administrative building and a gym, sorely in need of repair. We have since remodeled the campus. It's almost completed, about 30 days out. We started with, like I said, separate buildings. What we have now is an integrated campus with connectivity, so clients can go from one center to another part of the center without having to go outside.
So the separate buildings have been connected as a part of the process to try to enable integrated care. Is that about right?
Absolutely. What we'll have here is a center where kids can come with their family and get all of their needs met. So it used to be that you could come here for behavioral health services. You'd see your therapist as well as a child psychiatrist. Now you'll be able to come, still see your therapist, still see your child psychiatrist, but if you need dental care, we have a dentist. If you need access to workforce development for your adolescent or teen, we've got that. There's a community garden and a teaching kitchen. So with a focus on childhood asthma and childhood obesity, that's a perfect opportunity to teach families how to cook different, eat different, and grow their own food.
And Jennifer, explain to us the population you think you might be serving.
The Oak Hill Center serves all children and families who live in Fulton County, age 0 to age 21. So we serve little ones up to age 21. So you may have a teen who's graduated high school and needs workforce development. You may have someone who's entering college but still needs behavioral health counseling. So we really run the gamut of services for all children and their families.
And what can those families look forward to as you reopen?
What excites me the most about the facility is the openness of the campus. With 22 acres, we really have an opportunity to use all of the space. So in addition to behavioral health, primary care, a dentist, workforce development, the education center, and the teaching kitchen and the community garden, we'll also have walking trails and a gym with a playground and courts so that kids can play outside. And really the focus is to get people active, get people moving, learn about their health in one place.
Jennifer Bartle, always great information. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
The new Oak Hill Center should be open to receive clients by the 1st of December with a grand opening ceremony scheduled for sometime after the holiday season. You can contact the center's temporary office now with any questions. Well, those seniors who we reported on last week that signed up for that car fit program, well, this week they have a perfect fit.
Basically, we're not going to ask you to do anything you don't want to do. We're just going to give you a car checkup, make sure you got your mirrors, got your seat, get everything squared away.
Seniors lined up at the Darnell Multipurpose Facility to learn their proper distance from the brake and gas pedals.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. That comes with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They learned a few things, including how to adjust their mirrors.
Can you see the corners of that window in the back, both corners? Can you see it? All right. Look where I am. Look over your shoulder. See where I am? From where you are to here, that's a blind spot.
To a person, CarFit proved to be a big hit.
I really loved it because I'd learned so much that I didn't know.
I forgot about the hazard light, and I forgot about the mirrors, how to move them.
And I learned the windshield wiper. I didn't know that, but the others, I think I'm good on that.
I'm straight now. Yes, I'm straight now.
CarFit is a state highway safety program sponsored by AAA and AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons. In our county, the training is conducted by the Atlanta Police Department. Now, you can call Fulton's Office of Aging and that star line for more information on the safe driving course for seniors. Another fitness health officials want us to be mindful of, fitness of our bones.
What's your T-score?
Your T-score is the number that tells you how dense your bones are, and unlike blood pressure, weight, or cholesterol scores, most people have no idea what their T-score is. But with osteoporosis on the rise, guest lecturer Sandra McClendon says weak bones lead to fractures which take a long time to heal.
We have to keep those bones strong, and the way you make new bone is to be up and active. The more activity you can do, and then supplement that with a good diet, supplement that with whatever calcium and vitamin D you need to add to it. It will increase your lifespan.
This information, sponsored by the Office of Aging and East Point Newark, was especially helpful to 84-year-old Willa Dean Frazier. She's had several falls and fractures and was looking for ways to prevent others.
I broke my leg, and to take the pins out, I had to have a bone density test. So I had a real good doctor, and he took the pins out, and I didn't hop. He's just a real good doctor. And so then I didn't have falls for a long, long time. And then all of a sudden, when I got 80, it seemed like I started falling more. And I'm just not balanced right. And that's what I'm trying to learn to do.
Nurse McClendon says a diet rich in green leafy vegetables, calcium and vitamin D, and weight-bearing exercises are essential to good bone health. Ms. Frazier and others in attendance say they came away with a great deal of useful information.
I'm taking 50,000 milligrams of vitamin D, but it's not doing any good. I'm not taking calcium. So that's what I learned today.
A great learning opportunity for me. We spend so much of our time working and being distracted with so many other things until we always say, well, my health can wait. And so I came out today so that I could learn.
Ask your doctor if you need a DEXA scan, that's D-E-X-A scan, to measure your bone density. The county's Office of Aging and East Point Newark, that's the naturally occurring retirement community, will gladly answer your questions that you may have about bone health. Just call the star line, you know that number, 404-613-6000. And when we come back, how to become a permanent part of the hottest entertainment venue in the county, Wolf Creek. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
One small step for science and one giant leap for young minds. Once students got home from school, they went right back into a classroom at the Sandy Springs Branch Library for an interactive lesson about outer space. Big thinking instructors taught children about the solar system by demonstrating how the planets revolve around the sun, and a science experiment, all designed to spark students' interest in science.
We realized that there was a disconnect, that kids were not getting interested in science, and so we were having fewer people graduating with degrees in science.
To check out other educational after-school programs at any of the Atlanta Fulton Public Library branches, visit the website on the screen. And finally, you and your family can leave a lasting impression on South Fulton's entertainment jewel. Since Wolf Creek Amphitheater opened in 2011, hundreds of people have shown their support by attending concert after concert. Well, now, patrons can show their support in a more permanent way. The Friends of Wolf Creek launched a brick campaign, allowing patrons to engrave a personal message on a brick. The bricks will lay in the Wolf Creek Amphitheater Plaza for the public to see.
I think you'll be proud of that little investment because you will have your name displayed to the public and you will be helping Fulton County Amphitheater to be successful.
For more information, call 404-612-WOLF. That's 404-612-9653. Well, before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs right here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey, or you can email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV and friend us on Facebook. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.